welcome to the second part of effective communication of EDS, Executive Development and Soft Skills. Executive Development Soft Skills, we have seen the first part of the second module, and this is the second part with effective communication. We have discussed the meaning of effective communication. Now, what are the uses of effective communication? Effective communication helps to understand a person or a situation in a better way. So you can understand a person or the communication which is going on in a more simple way if the communication is effective. That is the one most important use of good communication or effective communication. It enables us to solve the differences, build trust and respect in the organization. So it also helps us in building the trust and respect in the organization for ourselves and for the other people to accept us. Sometimes our message is misunderstood or we misunderstand the received message. Effective communication helps us to solve problems with both point of view. So it is also understood that our communication which is received by the receiver becomes effective if it is a solution to the problem with both the point of view of the sender and the receiver through encoding and decoding. Effective communication helps us to connect well with the kids, spouse, boss, colleagues or anybody else with whom we are trying to communicate or speak. It helps us in decision making also. So we can understand that if the communication is effective, powerful or it is understood by other party, it definitely will help us in making or taking good decisions. What are the 7 C's of effective communication? Completeness, conciseness, consideration, clarity, concreteness, courtesy and correctness. So these are the 7 C's of effective communication. So whatever communication or your speech should have all these 7 points in it. We'll see one by one. Completeness. So don't have incomplete sentences, misuse of the verbs or the grammars or the nouns or the adjectives. The information conveyed in the message should be complete for the communication to become effective first. Second is the sender must take into consideration the receiver's mindset and convey the message accordingly. So what is the capacity of the receiver should be understood by the sender. So the correct message can be promptly sent to the receiver. Complete communication enhances the reputation of the organization also. So if there is an incomplete communication, there will be a lot of confusions from superior to subordinate and subordinate to else, superior as well. So in order to avoid such confusions, a good communication has to happen. Complete information always gives additional information wherever required and it leaves no question in the mind of the receiver. So if the information is complete, it will definitely have a long lasting impact on the receiver, and complete information helps in better decision making as it serves all the desired and crucial information. Complete information persuades the audience as well, convinces or makes the audience also happy to listen and receive the communication done. Conciseness. Conciseness means communicating what you want to convey in the least possible words. So you should be precise or concise in your communication. So speak how much is required, no less or more. Conciseness is a necessity for effective communication or good communication. Concise communication provides a short and essential message in limited words. Concise message is more appealing and comprehensive to the audience. So it should be understood that concise or limited messages or exact messages are non-repetitive in nature and gives the correct message to the second party or the receiver. Third is the consideration. Effective communication must take audience into consideration by knowing the viewpoints, background, mindset, educational level, etc. So consideration implies the stepping into the shoes of others. Consideration ensures that the self-respect of the audience is maintained and the emotions are also not harmed. Consider the needs and requirements of the audience to achieve the effective communication. Clarity. Clarity implies emphasizing on specific goals or objectives at the time rather than trying to move away from the track. So clarity of speech, clarity of information from the sender to the receiver is very important here for understanding the message promptly or clearly. Complete clarity of thoughts and ideas also increases meaning of the message, and clarity comes with the use of exact and appropriate or concrete words. Concreteness communication or concrete communication implies being particular and clear rather than fuzzy and general. So don't give a general message. So it's an exact message to the point, to the right person. Concrete communication shows good level of confidence of the speaker. Concrete information also helps in strengthening the reputation of the company or the organization where you work and speak for official language, and concrete information cannot be misinterpreted because it is exact and to the point. Courtesy means being polite, kind and judicious, enthusiastic and also convincing at the same time. Courtesy is an important element of effective or good communication. Courtesy reflects the nature and character of the sender of the message. It is the same as give respect and then expect the same from the receiver. Courtesy is not at all biased in nature. So you should be very polite, very generous and very understanding when you are communicating, and if you are listening, you have to listen to the sender, what feedback he has to give from your or for your communication. Correctness is the communication which implies that the correct information is conveyed through the message. Correct communication boosts up the confidence level of the sender to the receiver. Correct information has greater impact on the audience also. Free from grammatical errors and use of appropriate and correct language. Correct information include the precision and accurateness of the facts and figures used in the message as well. So those were the important C's, 7 C's of the effective communication. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you so much, students. Please write down notes.